Okay, so the bones from the first batch have sat overnight and they've gotten some sun, so they're a bit whiter than before. It's interesting, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but the teeth are a little loose. I suppose a professional would take them out and glue them in. I'm not gonna even try to do that. I'll just try to be careful. But what I did notice while it was wet was that it looked really dark up here in the, where the brain cavity I guess would be, or I guess the brain would be more back here. So maybe this is supposed to be sinuses up here. And so I looked in very carefully through all these various holes, and Gus wants to help. And there are still dead bugs all up in the skull. So what I'm gonna do is go to the garage and try to shoot them out with the air compressor. So that's where I'm heading next. I don't think it's working. Well, I don't think it worked completely. It's really hard to see through these very thin membranes. If you can imagine just pieces of paper about a millimeter apart, that's what it looks like through these sinuses here. And that's where I think some of these dead bugs are. And if you think that's not a big deal, I will explain to you that I had a anxiety attack over the bugs. Let me turn off the air. That lasted about 3 hours. After discovering the bugs, even though they're dead, and my brain knows that they're dead, and my brain knows that they're inside this skull, but for some reason my brain also told me that there were bugs on my head, so and all over me. So I tried to calm down through other ways, took a hot shower, deep breathing in the hot shower, and I was still very shaky and uncomfortable. You probably hear a little bit of it now. So what I'm gonna have to probably try to do is a little bit more hands-on approach and like get some thin wires and maybe poke them through there so that I don't damage the membrane. But in the long run I ended up needing to tranquilize myself. So that's where I stand. We do have a couple missing teeth here on this skull. You can see the view of the bottom. And all right. So now that I'm out in the brighter sunlight, I just wanted to show you the difference in the color now that it's been through all the peroxide and the cleaning and the scrubbing. And this is the color I'm going to leave it, because I'll do comparisons. I've only ever purchased 5 bones before. All the rest were found, and ones that I found and cleaned. So the ones that I purchased are like super bright white, but the ones that I cleaned myself, this is how they come out, and I'm fine with that. So It's even kind of interesting to see how dirty the teeth are. Charter buildup here for this guy. So we'll keep continuing. Okay, so what I have here are the only bones I've ever purchased. And I got these, believe it or not, at a horror Comic-Con, a small show. But I was able to buy these, which is just some vertebrae, same species. So let's, for example, here we'll do a 1-for-1 comparison here. If you can see, so this bigger one is the one that I found, and technically the cat's butler found. And no, Gus, come here. And this is the one that I purchased. So you can see the difference in how, I guess, a professional cleaning job looks versus one of mine. Now I have to get the cat who's trying to escape. Okay, and there goes Gus. Keeps trying to get through the railing. So I paused so that you do not see the embarrassing way that my weak little fingers, arms had to cut a clothes hanger. It's probably not that hard for most people. So what I'm going to try to do is poke this carefully into the orifices here. And chances are I'm going to end up breaking some of the membrane just because it's very hard to get into those spaces. Either that or I'm just making bug mush. Not really sure. This might even be a little too thick. So I might have to go find a different kind of wire. Okay, so I found a thinner gauge wire amongst my craft supplies, and also found pipe cleaners. So I'm going to give these a shot. I did get half of a bug corpse out with the clothes hanger, and I do think one came out with the air pressure thingy-majig, but I'll keep going, keep seeing what this does.